Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another weekly wrap up. So after last week's less than brilliant reading week, we had an absolutely brilliant reading week this week, so let's just get straight into there. On Sunday, I made myself a pot of tea. I hunkered down into the corner of the sofa and did not get up until I finished Malice. I finally finished Malice and really enjoyed it. By the end, I was really enjoying it. I'm not going to say too much about it because I did do my reading vlog, which I posted on Monday. So I will link it in the cards somewhere on the end sheets. I'll link that somewhere. I don't know where. So after that, I thought, right, okay, I've just read. It's not massive. It's about 600 pages or so. So let's try something a bit smaller. So I picked up The Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson. This is just a little novella. It's only 130 pages. This one I would really recommend for anybody who sort of wants to give Brandon Sanderson's works a try, but is maybe a little intimidated or put off by the sort of like sizable chunks of his work. He's not known for writing a short book, really. There's a reason he finished the Wheel of Time series. But this was a really great little story about basically recreating a personality. That's kind of what it came down to. It's based in this world where there's magic known as like forgery, where you can make forgeries of things and duplicates, but more so than just copying a painting. And our main character has to forge a soul for the Emperor, who has been attacked. A failed assassination attempt. The healers have been able to fix his body, but they've not been able to fix his mind. So she has to forge a personality, forge his soul. It's almost like a really interesting case study in a magic system, but as well as looking at what makes a personality, what makes you you. So yeah, really recommend this. I really enjoyed it. I finished it in about 2 hours. It's a really quick, easy read. And yeah, if anyone out there is thinking like, oh, I kind of really like Brandon Sanderson, he's talked about so much, but there's just so much out there now. This I think would be a really nice restarting point. So the next thing that I started and finished, and oh my gosh, November is so early, and I think this is already contender for my book of the month. And that is The Imaginary Corpse by Tyler Hayes. The Imaginary Corpse, it's essentially a thriller. It's like a fantasy thriller. I think we follow this little yellow Triceratops plushie who it all takes place in what they call the underbelly of the imagination, the still reel. So all of our characters are ex-imaginary friends or game ideas that never came to fruition. Basically all these imagined ideas and characters and concepts that have, for one reason or another, been set aside, quite often for really tragic reasons. But they've been so real to their creator that they've not just sort of like fizzled out of existence. So they go to the still reel, and that's where they live. And it's following this little Triceratops, who is an ex-best friend. He's called Tippy, he is a detective, and he is trying to figure out and stop another friend. They all refer to each other as friends. They're imaginary friends. So he has to try and stop this other friend from killing other inhabitants of the still reel, and killing them permanently. Where like in the still reel you can die, but you kind of go hang out somewhere and then you come back. But in the still reel, this particular bad guy is managing to kill them completely. He's managing to kill the idea of them. This is such an amazing book. I'm going to try not to say too much about it because I am planning on filming a little review. I'm really busy today and the rest of the weekend, but probably on Monday you will get a proper review for this, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more coherent. But yeah, it's dark and it's tragic and it's cute and it's fluffy and it's destructive and it's going to make you laugh and it's going to rip your heart out. And seriously, who doesn't want to read a book about a little yellow plushy Triceratops detective who, when he has a bad day, just pops himself in the tumble dryer for comfort and warmth? I mean, I can't even. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to start gushing in a minute. I'll save that for the review. Highly recommend this book. So, I finished Tippy last night. And that's everything I completed this week. I finished essentially like 2.5 books this week, which I'm over the moon for. This has been a great reading week. I've started Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I do not have the physical book in front of me. I'm only a chapter in so far. I'm intrigued, but I can't really say too much because I am only a chapter in. I was supposed to, my initial intention was to start that, but then I accidentally started Tippy, and Tippy took over my life for 3 days. So yeah, today and the rest of the week I'm going to continue on with Throne of Glass, and then most likely I'm going to read The Egyptian's Curse by Emily Organ, which is the 11th book, I think. The 10th or it's the 10th or 11th book in the Penny Green mystery series, which I absolutely adore. I have been reading these since book 1. Follows Penny, who it's sort of like, oh, when is it set? It's like 1800s, late 1800s-ish. We follow Penny, who is a female detective, a female reporter. Sorry, not a detective, but it is very much like murder mystery, a different mystery to solve every book, with the overarching character development plots. I absolutely adore them. I have fallen in love with Penny. I have fallen in love with James, who is the detective that she works alongside, and I cannot rave about these books enough. The point, I think at some point I will probably do a series review as opposed to individual book reviews for these ones. Maybe next week, maybe week after. We'll see. But yeah, that's all my reading news. I have no TV news or anything like that because I pretty much spent all my free time reading this week, which was absolutely lovely. So I'm gonna leave it here. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to. That's what we're supposed to say at the end of these videos, isn't it? But drop in the comments if you want. Let me know what you're reading, how your reading week went, what are you absolutely loving, and I will chat to you next time. See you later.